Okay, I need you to open up your continents booklet to the globe. Back up. We're going to sing our song. You need to point to the continents as you sing. We've got the whole globe.
In our hands, we got the whole globe. In our hands, we got North and South America.
Restart. You guys messed up. We've got the whole globe.
In our hands, we got the whole globe.
In our hands, we've got the whole globe in our hands.
We got North and South America. In our hands, we got Europe, Asia, Africa. In our hands, we got Australia and Antarctica. In our hands, we got the whole globe in our hands.
We've got North and South America. In our hands, we've got Europe, Asia, Africa. In our hands, we've got Australia and Antarctica. In our hands, we got the whole globe in our hands. Try it again. I'm not going to sing it with you. Okay, ready? Go.
We got the whole globe. In our hands, we got the whole globe. In our hands, we got the whole globe
In our hands.
We got North and South America. In our hands, we got Europe, Asia, Africa. In our hands, we got Australia and Antarctica. In our hands, we got the whole globe in our hands.
Good job. Good job. You guys did an excellent job. Okay, we're going to watch our video. Remember, we watch it through twice. So my friends who need to come sit to see, come now, because you can't move once the video starts, okay? Hopefully this just loads today and we don't have problems like we did in our other class. Okay,
Asia.
are we ready? Yep. Is your mask on, Renzo? Okay, perfect. Make sure it stays over your nose or it doesn't do any good.
Found Asia.
We're on Australia today. Are you guys ready?
Yeah,
Remember,
we're ready.
you're looking for animals, weather, tourism, which is places you'd want to visit, right? And natural features.
You've heard of it? I sure hope so, because you live on one
What
of
just happened?
Well, something's got to go wrong with it.
This guy is having all kinds of troubles
Yeah,
today.
look at
Let's
that.
turn it off and back on.
No one can get it. Don't look at it. Don't look at it.
Well, it doesn't really matter what the password is. It's the same. It doesn't matter.
You guys know the password anyway. It's 1111.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I have no idea what the password is.
It's good for you to know it, because then if we have a substitute, you guys can tell them what the password is, right? It's 1111. It doesn't matter.
Just 4 ones.
Yeah, it's just 4 ones. It doesn't matter.
mine. For every smartphone.
Yeah, it's 1111.
For every.
No, okay, guys, enough. Okay, let's see if it's gonna work.
Earth. Maybe you've heard of it? I sure hope so, because you live on one of its 7 continents. This
There we
one's most known for its desert landscapes
There we
and
go.
animals. Australia. Australia is the
didn't know
smallest
it
of the
was
7
sitting on
continents,
the-
and it's entirely surrounded by water.
I got it.
It's also the only country in the world that covers an entire continent. At almost 3 million square miles, Australia is located below Asia in the southern hemisphere. That's how it got its nickname, the land down under. Life down under is very unusual. It can go from scorching dry temperatures to very subtropical. In the southern hemisphere, stars and constellations appear upside down and reversed compared to the northern hemisphere. This is because the Earth turns on its axis from the north to the south pole. Even the seasons are in reverse. So get out your winter parkas in the summer and surfboards during the holidays. And you'll definitely need sunscreen if you visit one of Australia's many deserts. Like the Great Victoria Desert, the largest desert in the continent. Australia's warm, sunny climate and giant open spaces make for great outdoor adventures. Ready to camp out underneath the stars in the Australian outback? On clear nights, you can see almost 3,000 stars. Want to take a dip in the ocean? There are over 1,500 species of fish that live in the Great Barrier Reef, located in the Pacific Ocean, the largest coral reef in the world. Another natural wonder can be found in the heart of the continent. Uluru, a sacred rock formation that stands 1,100 feet tall. And of course, there are some incredible animals in Australia, like kangaroos and emus that live on the coast, and the cute marsupials like koalas and wombats, and unique animals like the platypus and camels. Australia has almost 1,000 different reptile species, including some of the most dangerous snakes.
That's my favorite animal.
Even though many of the world's deadliest species live here, Australia is home to over 24 million people. The continent's first people arrived in Australia about 50,000 years ago. Australia is one of the most ethnically and geographically diverse nations in the world. What an incredible place. A beautiful island. I mean, country. Wait, continent. Well, you know what I mean. All of the above. Australia.
All right, Layla, will you come up and restart the video? Okay, you gotta hit cancel real quick on that one. Hit cancel. Yep. Now drag it. Yep. Hit that
Hit
back
restart.
arrow. Yeah, you gotta full
This
screen it again,
is our
Layla.
home. Maybe you've heard of it?
Full screen
I
it.
sure hope so, because you live on one of its 7 continents.
There
This
you go.
one's most known for its desert landscapes and unique animals. Australia. Australia is the smallest of the 7 continents, and it's entirely surrounded by water. It's also the only country in the world that covers an entire continent. At almost 3 million square miles, Australia is located below Asia in the southern hemisphere. That's how it got its nickname, the land down under. Life down under is very unusual. It can go from scorching dry temperatures to very subtropical. In the southern hemisphere, stars and constellations appear upside down and reversed compared to the northern hemisphere. This is because the Earth turns on its axis from the north to the south pole. Even the seasons are in reverse. So get out your winter parkas in the summer and surfboards during the holidays. And you'll definitely need sunscreen if you visit one of Australia's many deserts. Like the Great Victoria Desert, the largest desert in the continent. Australia's warm, sunny climate and giant open spaces make for great outdoor adventures. Ready to camp out underneath the stars in the Australian outback? On clear nights, you can see almost 3,000 stars. Want to take a dip in the ocean? There are over 1,500 species of fish that live in the Great Barrier Reef, located in the Pacific Ocean, the largest coral reef in the world. Another natural wonder can be found in the heart of the continent. Uluru, a sacred rock formation that stands 1,100 feet tall. And of course, there are some incredible animals in Australia, like kangaroos and emus that live on the coast, and the cute marsupials like koalas and wombats, and unique animals like the platypus and camels. Australia has almost 1,000 different reptile species, including some of the most dangerous snakes. Even though many of the world's deadliest species live here, Australia is home to over 24 million people. The continent's first people arrived in Australia about 50,000 years ago. Australia is one of the most ethnically and geographically diverse nations in the world. What an incredible place. A beautiful island. I mean, country. Wait, continent. Well, you know what I mean. All of the above. Australia.
We're definitely riding kangaroo. No, we're definitely riding koala.
Okay, will you,
No kangaroo.
guys, go back to your seat. Go back to your seat.
Kangaroo. Koala.
This is Earth. Maybe you've heard of it. I sure hope
Yeah.
so, because you live on one of its 7 continents.
Whoa. We haven't learned about spiders. And then peacock. A snake. A lizard. I saw one reptile. I saw one reptile.
Okay, class.
Yes, yes.
What were some of the animals that we saw? Alice? You saw koala. What was another one? And Alice and Weston, remember this is your continent, so really pay close attention. What was another one? Connor?
I did not know that. Kangaroo?
A kangaroo. What's another one? Layla? An antelope? Oh, I didn't see an antelope, but I wasn't watching the whole time. Cool. What's another one? Marissa?
A layer of like poison spider.
Spiders. Yeah, they've got lots of poisonous things like spiders. Nevaeh?
Snakes.
Snakes. Weston?
I saw a dragon lizard.
Oh, like a Komodo dragon?
Yeah, but it's a
You're talking about bearded dragon. That one that we saw was called a bearded dragon. Yeah, it is a lizard. It is a lizard.
First animal in the desert that I saw. The first animal in the
Yeah,
desert.
that little lizard that you guys saw is a type of a dragon lizard, but it's called a bearded dragon. Jonah?
I knew it was called a dragon.
A python? There are lots of snakes. We're just going to keep snakes. Renzo? I didn't. Yes, there are Komodo dragons, but did we see one in the video?
Yeah.
Okay, because Komodo dragons are from there. Why does that keep happening?
Yeah, and why did there was a Komodo dragon that I saw his tongue stick out, and I saw him.
Okay, and Lizzie.
A shark.
Yeah, there are sharks.
The great white shark.
I have a question for you guys. Which continent is the smallest continent? Which one, Landon?
This one.
Yeah, so we need to write someplace on there. This is the smallest continent. So you guys need to write at the top of your paper. Marissa, you need to make sure that you're on Australia, not Antarctica.
Wait.
You need to write on Australia. Make sure you're on Australia, not Antarctica.
Australia.
Class.
Yes, yes.
Make sure you're on Australia and not Antarctica. You need to write smallest continent.
Can I come up here?
No. You need to write smallest continent. Class.
Yes,
What
yes.
did I tell you to write?
Smallest continent. Wait,
So that's what you're writing. You're not talking, you're writing smallest continent. Up at the top where it says Australia. Underneath the word Australia, you're writing smallest continent. You all have the page that says Australia. It's the very last page in the book.
Oh, the very last. I was writing on Wait, this one?
That's Antarctica.
Oh. Is this Antarctica? Oh.
Class.
Yes, yes. Is this Antarctica?
Class.
Yes, yes. Is this Antarctica?
Kenley, Layla, Weston. You guys can look at it. A-N obviously does not say us. A-U says us. And we know that because A-N says in. So there's a difference between Antarctica and Australia.
Small place.
So you're writing smallest continent. That's all you're writing, and then your pencil needs to go down. I'm going to count down from 10.
Wait, what are we supposed to write again?
10,
I can't write it.
9, 8, 7, 6, like there? The only man knows, Jonah?
Cold sometimes.
Yep, sometimes it's cold, but it's opposite seasons from us, right?
Yep.
Do we want to write that? It's opposite seasons.
We have to write that.
You will have to write it us. Okay, that's good enough for now. What about tourism? Where would you like to go visit? What would you like to see there? Connor. What would you like to see there? Call in a friend.
Koalas.
You'd like to see the koalas? Is there anything else there that we remember from the video that we think it'd be cool to go visit?
I forgot.
Layla. The Great Barrier Reef. That is an excellent one. Tons and tons of people go there. And that goes in between these two. So Great Barrier Reef. What else might you want to see? Yes, Weston.
You might want to go scuba diving with sharks.
Yeah, you could do that at the Great Barrier Reef. Where else might you want to visit at Australia? There's some pretty cool stuff. Jonah,
The big mountain
that big rock formation,
150 feet up in
that huge rock formation is called Uluru. Uluru.
I don't even know what it is.
And it is something that could be both. Okay? What else? Yes, Clayton.
I want to go to where that big water place, that big in the ocean. Adventure. Oh,
The-
yeah, that.
The ocean?
No. I saw. Wait, I want to go to the desert.
The desert. Does anyone remember what that desert was called?
Desert.
Wasn't it called like the Victoria Desert or something?
Yeah, it was the Victoria Desert.
Was it Victoria Desert?
Yeah. Victoria.
Where else might you want to visit if you go there? Kinley?
That place was I was riding a bike on.
Okay, so that's kind of some trails. What were you saying, Kinley? You were watching this and you saw somebody looking at something up in the sky and you got really excited. What were they looking at? Stars. So
There's
we can go to
3,000 stars.
Australian
You can see 3,000 stars.
outback. And what did they say about the difference? So when they look at the stars, it's what from when we look at it?
Like probably like
Clayton?
2 million stars. Upside down.
Yeah, their stars are upside down from the way we see it.
What? But in the when it goes to the south.
they're up there, but we're down here.
They go to south.
Yeah.
So they're walking to the south pole and then it comes up.
Yeah.
Not quite, guys. It's because we live in the northern hemisphere. So let me grab the globe and show you what that means.
I don't get.
They live in the southern hemisphere. So
I don't know what that means.
I'm about to show you what that means.
It means we're upside down.
No, it doesn't mean we're upside down.
Upside up? We're upside down.
Okay, class.
Yes.
Up there.
What's this called? What is this called, everyone?
Globe.
Now, do you guys see this big line that goes through the middle of the globe?
Yeah.
Well, that's called the equator. Everybody say equator with me 3 times. Equator. Now, the equator is an imaginary line, but what happens is on the northern hemisphere, that means the northern half of the globe, we live right here in the northern hemisphere. We live in the top half of the globe. Australia is all the way down here in the southern half of the hemisphere. So this is Australia, and we go around. We're all the way up there. So they're down there. So when they look at things, it's upside down because they're on the bottom half of the globe from how we see it. That's also why we have opposite seasons. When it's summer here, it's what there?
Winter.
Winter. Okay, here's what you're going to do now.
Wow, so what's
You're going to fill this out.
now?
When you're done filling this out, if you have time, you can go on Epic. Do not forget to pack your iPad at the end of the day. So you're going to fill this out.